Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is technical analysis of a stock. This one is 3D Systems. DDD is the ticker symbol. All right, we're going to start off with the weekly chart here. I don't know if many of you know that, but this stock has been trading since August of 1993. So it's been around for 21 years, although it's been the rage in the last 5 years, it seems like 3 to 5 years. All right, so it looks like a first impulsive wave, and I'm calling this a cycle wave because these are so big and encompassing years. I'm calling this cycle wave 1 here, and that this is 2 because this point here is lower than these 2 points here. So this clearly had to be the low of 2 of a correction back. And so what you really had was a very long, drawn out, complex combination corrective mode. So this stock has literally been in that mode since 1996. Pull back, up, down, and now at the bottom in 2009 is when it started this cycle wave 3, and I'm going to call that cycle wave 3 is now complete. I think we've got 5 primary waves up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these waves are a little clearer on the daily chart, and so we're looking right now that we've completed. So now we would be into a corrective mode. Okay, so we need to correct this entire cycle wave. Now the real question is, when I look at percentage wise, and let's look at this on a takeoff semi-log, and you can see that yes, this has corrected a substantial amount. About 50% actually of the entire move. And so when you look at it on a semi-log, it's a little bit deceiving, but it keeps the wave formations and everything. It helps with percentage-wise. So it's corrected probably enough percentage-wise, but it hasn't gone deep enough into the 4, I don't think. Plus, I'm questioning whether we're really seeing that wave structure, although we need to be on alert. I'm talking about wave structure on the daily chart. Let's go to the daily chart. Okay, so here is the daily chart. Here we're looking at these last 5 waves. Now we're into this corrective mode, which this is rather interesting because where did this top out? The first of the year, 1st of January. Okay, so in the market, they kind of went sideways for the first 2 weeks, and then we plummeted into this point right here. Then the market comes back and rallies and goes to higher, slightly higher, kind of like meandering out over here. And what's 3D Systems doing? 3D Systems is basically plummeting and then kind of going sideways since the 1st of May. I think we've got an ABC zigzag that we've it's pretty clear here, a zigzag correction. Where it gets a little funky is in here. I'm calling this a W because that's when you get these combination type of corrections. This should be a clear little 5 wave up if we're starting a new cycle wave up, a new impulsive wave, and I don't see it. Okay, this looks like a 3 wave to me. And I had this on the chart for a while. ABC, I called this X, kind of a connecting wave that we call it. Now I'm looking for another, either a zigzag or a flat of some kind. It seems to be heading down fairly sharply. We're just going to have to see what, you just don't know for sure what you're going to get. And what you're trying to do is make sense out of the wave structure that you're going on here. So you've got a low in here that could come into play, right in here. That could, give us some support. And let's back off a little bit. Really, you get a lot, you're getting a lot of choppiness and support in here. I mean, the next pivot low is down here. The other thing I want to point out is, and we'll take a look at the indicators real quick, but the other point is the 55 is well below the 233-day moving average. I use 233-day instead of 200, and 55 instead of 50, 21 instead of 20. I like those because they're Fibonacci numbers, and those are my primary moving averages that I use just for guiding me as to where it's at. So right now, I think long term, it's in a downtrend or started a downtrend here. And intermediate wise, the 21 is coming back below the 55. We're trying to right now. Short term, the 10 that I've got is my trigger line. That's below the 21, and we're heading down. So short term we're negative, long term we're negative, intermediate we're starting to turn negative again. So we're just going to have to watch on this to see what kind of things develop, and just remember we're in corrective, and knowing that corrective can kind of develop into some really complex kind of stuff. We're not getting bullish divergence on the RSI in here like we did here that tells us that this was kind of a stop or pause like we're going to correct. We're not seeing it, although I wouldn't be surprised to see a little sharp rally in here based on the way that's acting. DI minus is above DI plus, so we've got negative on the demand, on the directional index. The demand index is negative also. And again, no divergence that's showing up. Okay, so that's it. It looks like we're heading down, but in a corrective mode of some kind. And it looks like, we've seen a major move, and so therefore consolidating that major move and getting ready. The good news is, I think we've got another impulsive wave up coming after we get through this corrective mode in 3D systems. All right, this is Joe for Beyond the Chart. Hope that helps. If you found this video helpful, please share it on social media. And if you're not a subscriber, just click on the little red box here and download the free PDF and subscribe. First name and email, and you're good to go. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. We'll see you on the next video.